Oh, wait, let me check the camera. All right, I had to make a camera adjustment. All right, see, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get all this live. I don't even edit none of this out because ain't nobody got time. We don't have time to be striving for the perfect production. This is reality. So I give it to you, rugged and raw. So, are you guys enjoying the plague now that the rivers is being poisoned and the fish is dying?
Sounds familiar.
I know it do, right? It's happening now. It's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. Don't worry. But the rivers didn't turn to blood red. All right. That's what you're waiting for. It will. When you start dying in it,
Ain't got nothing to do with no
it's,
horses.
it's going to take a lot of people, though, but whatever. You'll see. Y'all just going to keep waiting around, huh?
Yeah.
Well, here comes the long daisy chain of problems. You might want to like get your passports and stuff together. So we're continuing on now with these the 10 temptations, right? And these temptations will also be found in contrast to the 10 words. So each word has its instruction. And so there's a constant progression from where you are until you obtain perfection. There is no instant nothing.
No.
Okay? So there's a progression. There's a constant progression on improving your diet. There's a constant progression on improving the land. There's a constant progression on improving the people. But if you wish to stop and continue to do what you've always done because you feel like nothing happened, well, once you stop the progression, you get to keep the problems which end in death. You see? So each instruction is designed to keep you from death. Just because you don't get the problem today doesn't mean that the problem doesn't exist. And usually the problems you have come and stem from the things that you like. There is poison in it. So we're going to now pick up with these 10 temptations and their punishment. So when I say temptations, it doesn't mean that you are tempted by these things. It means that in doing these things, you are tempting the Most High to smite you. You're going to get some smoke. You're going to be smoted or smited. That's how it's going to read in history. And Yah smote 100 million. So this is what's coming. So we're going to pick up now from chapter 7 and verse 1 in Deuteronomy. Now I'm going to continue because a lot of times everyone tends to think that the person reading is supposed to have some grand interpretation or understanding. This law is very simple.
Yes.
Right? You understand what it says, you may not like it.
Yeah.
As a teacher, I focus more on the covenantal traditions than I do on the actual law itself. Because the law itself is simple, it's straightforward, it's to the point. Now, as a teacher, I have to get you from where you are into the perfection of the law. That's not going to happen today. Even though the circumcision of the heart is every day,
Yes, it
right?
is.
The day you hear it, you have to circumcise your heart every day, which means every day you're going to get some little new instruction, some little new nuance that you have to change every day. It's small, but you have to continue in the progression every day. Right? Small thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to read now, and we're going to take today's circumcision and move forward. Of course, the circumcision has nothing to do with what we're reading. What? The circumcision don't have anything to do with what we're reading. You're reading, your mind is going to absorb the information. It's your first time hearing it. However, the changes come in what you do and how you purpose your actions today moving forward. So what we're reading, you haven't changed. What you purpose to do may be a small change. I'm going to give. I'm going to prepare myself to come out. I'm going to get myself together. I'm going to start taking better care of my health on the way out. I'm going to prepare myself because I know there's going to be a dietary change. I know there's going to be a change in the system. I know there's going to be a change in the culture. I'm going to start listening to more videos and going back and reviewing stuff and really trying to get an understanding of what's being said. See, so it's a constant process. It doesn't start that you heard this today and all of a sudden, I got it.
That's what it means to keep and to do.
Yeah, it says with keeping, that's continuous.
Right.
Keep. So as you come until the opportunities to make the changes, you make them. And it's an open book test. Oh, open. The book is open. It's not closed. All right? And when Yah, Allah, shall bring thee into the land to which thou wilt come to possess it. So if you purpose that you wish to come and you want to come, he will create an opportunity for you. And to possess it is to buy it. So you might as well give, because you're going to have to buy land. And you have to buy land communally here. If you try to go through an individual process, you will be utterly consumed because you will have no economy. You cannot come here and then just work. That's the nature of things here. I just want you to know you will not have sustainable income, right? Everybody here has compounded income in the household. That means multiple people work and the household is paid for, the land is paid for. All right? So if you come here and think, well, I'll buy land for myself, I'll do it on my own. Well, go ahead. You'll be dead. You ain't coming back, Your ribs start touching, you start getting hungry, you run out of money, you run out of everything. You're not going to be able to survive without creating an economy. And that's why you have to do it communally.
It's a togetherness, not individual.
There's no individuals here. We are horrible at being individuals.
Don't work for us.
It don't. We are horrible at being individuals. It does not work. So we have to become a community. We have to become a tribe again and learn again how to live together. So when he brings you into possession to buy it, that's now. So you're getting ready, get your funds together, get your money together, start giving so that you'll have something when you come out, you don't come out empty. You have a possession ahead of you. And he will make many peoples to go out from before thee. You see that?
Yes.
So you come in, they moving out.
Right.
Why are they moving out? You bought the land. So they move. It's what you're paying them to do. Leave. I bought it. This is mine. It's me and my family here. You free to go. Take this money and go your way. Who is on the land? Hittites, more commonly known as Houthis. I know they like to change the U to an I.
Right.
The Girgashites, the Amori, the Kanani, the Pharisees. Yes, the Pharisees. You know, they like to say parasites. The Pharisees literally means the people of the Euphrates, the Europeans from Europe, Euphrates. Okay? The Hibbaites, the Jebusites, 7 nations more numerous and stronger than you. Yes, there's a lot of them. And yes, they are stronger than us.
Yeah, they're more organized.
They're already together. They have larger numbers, better organization. So now they are stronger than us. But the Most High is allowing us and giving us the power, the ability, and the understanding how to move in His instruction that we have the victory. You know, it's amazing how people think they could put themselves in a crisis situation and then they want to call on the Most High to deliver them out. Miraculously, in the hour of trouble. This is amazing to me. I find it to be utterly ridiculous. Because if you look here we have an instruction given to Moses thousands of years ago, planning the Exodus for us to come out now. That's time and preparation laid beforehand for a problem that you know is coming. That shows that the Most High is God, that He knows all things ahead of time.
And then they're crying out, praying for him to deliver them. And here he is kindly showing you how to be delivered, but you don't want to receive it because it ain't the way that you want it to be.
So
Ignorance.
So the point is, if you don't take the time to follow the instructions on the day you hear them, then you're neglecting the preparatory steps for your salvation. So in the day of trouble, there will be no salvation because you were a rebel. This is the point. You get that?
Yeah.
So if the Most High is telling you to take all of these steps, you take each and every step because you don't know what's ahead of you. When you see the problem, you can then pray and say, well, what do we do? You told us to be here. Then He'll tell you the new preparatory steps to get out of that location. So what are the steps to get out of this situation? The waterways in America have now been poisoned. Why don't you buy land with us or in any country that you choose? You can go somewhere else. I don't care. I don't need everybody here. I only want the faithful that's going to obey the law. So, but you can get out, but you won't. You're going to stay there because you're waiting for the mystical sky Negro.
And or to receive this honor of being a martyr, which is no such thing.
If that is the case, well, I promise you, I'm not going to remember you when you die.
Right.
You won't be the subject of the conversation.
Yes.
You won't be remembered. I'm not remembering Pookie or Ray Ray and them. Nothing. You go, you gone. I'm not putting you. It won't be no T-shirts made. Nothing.
Ooh.
Okay? But our instructions is to buy land here in the dwelling places of Ammon, Deuteronomy chapter 1 and 7. And our instructions are to reformulate and reorganize the community under the law, under me, under my jurisdiction.
Yes.
Okay? If you don't accept that, you can go somewhere else too. That's fine. And it says for us to buy land that's already has olive trees and always have fruit trees on it. And so that we have what? Marketability. We can sell goods. We can consume the goods that we already make. And we can start in an economy amongst ourselves and amongst the people here as well.
Right.
So now that we have a plan, you just have to give to it. You have to invest so into it. But if you don't want to listen to the plan, get what you're going to get. Ain't that what it says?
Yep.
You read the same thing?
I read it. Yep. Many times.
Okay. So here's the plan. This is how we're doing it. This is what we're doing it. The system, we call it one purse or one pocket. Okay? One purse is the commandment. You shall not form one purse or one pocket to join together to do evil, which is what all of you have been doing.
Yes.
Okay?
Most definitely.
Everybody will chip in and get a kilo of the ooh-wee.
Ooh.
Everybody will chip in on the plug. Everybody will chip in on the crypto. Everybody will chip in on
Wickedness.
on anything.
Yep.
But you won't chip in together to buy land and have your own cisterns with fresh water. As a matter of fact, did you know the contract for them to bring you water was written by Joshua? You don't even know, and Joshua's buried here. So our covenant stands with us, the people, but you're not ready to accept these type of realities yet.
And you know, they'll chip in to pay for a fancy funeral for somebody that's dead, but they won't chip in for them to live.
I
That
mean,
makes no. It just.
I understand chipping in for a funeral to honor your loved ones. I understand. That's fine. I'm not even going to discuss that. Want to know why?
Why?
Because if you chipped in to honor the loved ones, right? If you did that, then I know you're capable of chipping in to build. So now it's held against you as a sin that you don't chip in to build. If you understand honoring dead loved ones that passed away, let us now honor Moses
Instruction.
and chip in to build.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Maybe I need a Moses t-shirt.
Oh, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
I'm going to just put a stick on it. Because I don't know what he looked like.
Right. Yeah.
Right? I'm going to put a stick on it. Because I know you people, you quick with the idols.
They are.
I'll put a stick on it.
Yeah, with the waters parting.
Yeah,
They'll know
that'll work.
Yeah,
If he puts the face, they'll bow down to his shirt.
Yes. They'll know that's.
I'll put a stick on it. And have to put Rod of Moses, on the shirt.
Yeah.
Right? Rod of Moses.
Yeah.
Right? This way you can kind of, honor Moses.
Yeah.
Yeah, read the next verse.
2. And Yahweh your Allah will deliver them up before you. Then shall you blot them out and utterly consume them by the curse of Yahweh. You shall strike no covenant with them, nor have pity upon them.
Okay. Hold on. Everybody read that verse. And I know some of you thinking, war. No,
No. Mm-mm.
no, no.
Mm-mm.
It's just telling you in all honesty, okay? We're not coming for war. We're coming to settle ourselves and for us not to think of them as friends.
Mm.
We're going to continue to build ourselves. It's building within. We have a dire need. They had their time and they enjoyed themselves. I bought the land. This is mine. I'm never letting it go. I'm never leaving from it. I'm never going to break my law to give you the opportunity to have it back. You see? The land gives them sustainment. So the more of it you consume and buy up and take back, at some point, if everybody's going to get like, man, it's like 4 or 5 million of them. They own like half the country. Yeah. Can we buy back? No, no, no. You can't. You can't buy it back. No, 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 not, no, no, no. It's birthright. That's how you push back without war. We farming. We doing this. You hungry?
And we'll feed you.
Yeah, you hungry? Here, eat. You want to work for me? No, you can work for me. You can live on my land. I give you a little apartment. You do this work. I give you a little monthly paycheck, and you're good. What? Did you hear that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Buy land? No, 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 no. I give you apartment.
Yes.
Here, like this. Set you up. You live here. You work here. That's how the setup goes. You need employees. You need workers. All right. So now read the next verse.
You shall not intermarry with them.
So wait a minute. So just like Moses said, we are here passing through. We will buy fresh provisions and water. We will not take your virgin daughters
Exactly.
or seduce the betrothed women. So we don't want these.
Mm.
We'll marry amongst ourselves. We'll marry amongst ourselves. So you go outside, you out. Man, woman, I don't care. You go outside, you're out. If you try to bring them back in, we can get rid of you and the one you brought in. No intermarrying. No. Right? Now, I'm going to explain this again. Continue reading.
Your daughters you shall not give to their sons.
Okay, so we don't give our daughters to their sons. We give our daughters within the tribe itself. We don't give daughters to their sons. We give our daughters amongst the tribe itself. Is that clear?
Yeah, we marry cousins.
Well, I mean, they distant cousins and distant relatives,
Yeah, but it stays in.
you're going to stay amongst our people. I'm not going to really give somebody like to my son to my
Right.
brother's son.
No, these are
I'm not even going to make that suggestion.
No.
Because I know there's somebody crazy listening. These people have no sense.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, in America, get away that way of thinking.
We'll be right back. All right, we're back. So I'm not even going to entertain it. I'm saying what it is. Our daughters will stay within the tribe. Okay? That's it. Within the tribe. Tribal members are coming from all over. they will stay within the tribe. Right? Now, what else does it say?
Nor take their daughters for your sons.
So we're not accepting the sons coming in with these outside daughters. So if you think you're coming in with the passport bros mentality, that ain't working here neither. So we're going to close up. We're going to heal up. We're going to deal with our issues. We're going to resolve it lawfully. That's what this whole project is. We're going to buy our land. We're shutting our borders, except for business. And we're going to deal with our internal issues. There will be counseling for the men, counseling for the women, the rebuilding and institution of our pure blood families. Period. If you can't accept that, do yourself a favor, don't come. We're not here for the We Are the World convention. Right now, it's every nation of people for themselves. If you believe it to be otherwise, you are sadly mistaken. So the same way Joseph put all the Egyptians and everybody out to deal with his brethren and their issues, I'm doing the same thing. We're going to put everybody out and get ourselves together first. And then, once we've accepted what is to be and how it is to be and begin to walk in it, we will open our borders, because then you will know not to take from this or that or whatever.
So, a quick question for somebody that may be watching that has already married somebody of another.
Divorce them. If you marry somebody outside of the tribes, divorce them. I'm talking to the men. I'm not really talking to the women. I'm not talking to women. Women don't have any power to divorce under our law. So if you're a man and you've married outside, strange woman, a woman not from among the congregation, divorce them, because neither her nor her children can receive an inheritance. But they Israel, yeah, kinda. They can't receive an inheritance. So now you bringing in this child. This child has to come in for X amount of generations, sometimes 10, sometimes 4, sometimes, depending on where you got this woman from, it could be a never. And then they sit here angry and bitter because they can't inherit.
So the one drop don't work here.
No. So, like I said, you might as well, you're going to have to, if you want your inheritance, you're going to have to marry in the tribe.
Wow.
That's if you want it. If you don't want it, don't worry, you won't be among us. You're free to love the whole world and utilize your passport and bro it up anywhere you wish. This is a nation building. This not a massage your feelings building. This is why I never go viral, because I'm by the book, and the book is
very clear.
Yep. So now you want to say, Rabbi Sheikh, you took it too far.
Yeah, they're saying that.
Don't tell me I took it too far. Tell me, say, Rabbi Sheikh, you taking it too far. That's not what the Most High said.
I can't say it.
I can't say
you
that.
ain't taking it far. I'm just saying.
Can't say it.
I can't
It
say
is what it is.
All right, so read the next line, since,
For whosoever marrieth with them is as if he made marriage with their idols.
All right.
Whew.
Like I said, you out. I can't include you in when you out. Intermarriage is called the worship of Baal Peor.
Whoa.
Okay? So they have to be part of the congregation of Israel, right? But that doesn't entitle them to be and obtain the seed of Israel, because they possess the seed of Israel in captivity. So you cannot obtain it now out of captivity. It's not for you. Can I marry an Ishmaelite? Yes. Can I marry an Esau? Yes. Which is Saudi, by the way.
Yeah,
Tell them again so they don't think it's a white person and they can intermarry.
Thank you.
I can marry
Thank
Saudi.
dear Esau.
Okay? I could marry Arab. Okay? But that does not mean I got a free pass, because the ticket is they have to come into the congregation,
Yes.
not come in to be with you and join the conversation.
Right.
Which means they have to go through their process, which is why the doors are closed now, because we're purifying, we're cleansing ourselves first.
And some say, well, what about Ruth? Well, Ruth was living our way.
Hold on. If they say, what about Ruth? Let's understand the process.
Yes.
First of all, Ruth, her husband, her brother-in-law, and her father-in-law all died because they married into Ruth and Orpah in the first place.
Yes.
All right? So the sin came because they went and followed after Baal Peor. Ruth just decided, even after her husband died, that she loved the law and she would continue in it, keeping the law with her mother-in-law. This is my mother. I can tell you the truth of the story. So before we start bringing up or thinking about, what about Ruth and Boaz and this and that? Boaz, even before he took Ruth, Ruth had to ask him, and then he had to go before the sages to see if this thing was even lawful, because he knew where she came from. She was one of the daughters of Balak.
Whoa.
She was a princess. You see? So now you look and you say, oh, but she did this. Yes. And after she comes in, she's now able to do the Redeemer kinsman law. But they had to ask permission. But because she kept the law and walked it out with perfection, she is rewarded. Because Boaz walked out the law with perfection, he is rewarded. You don't even know the law yet. You think because I'm reading it to you now, you know. You don't know nothing. And here's the proof, right? What is the price of intermarrying? Read the next verse on this side. Go ahead.
4. Yes. Okay. For their daughters will lead your sons away from my worship to serve the idols of the Gentiles.
Hold on. Read that out again aloud.
For their daughters will lead your sons away from my worship to serve the idols of the Gentiles.
So, marrying outside, these women, they really, really, really want you to follow after their way, how they think, what they think is good and lawful and right for you. So now being with them, you married their idol. All right? And what else?
So will the anger of Yahweh be kindled against you, and he will destroy you suddenly.
Oh.
Well, that escalated.
That escalated quickly.
Woo.
He didn't even, he's like the daughter's marrying out is leading you away. The son's marrying out, and it's like, listen, sudden destruction. Well, you don't believe it's going to happen. I know you don't.
Whoa.
But let's just see, because destruction is happening suddenly all of a sudden, right?
So, so them intermarrying kindles the anger.
Yes.
Whew. Don't want that
So
smoke.
what's the next verse?
Oh my goodness. But this shall you do to them.
Mm-hmm.
You shall destroy their altars,
Okay, destroy their altars.
break their statues in pieces.
Okay. So wait. So where are the altars now? You don't know? Go to church. It's right there. They have all the altars at the churches. Go there. They still there. Go ask them. Where you are, you can go see. They have all the altars. All of them. So you're supposed to destroy their altars and then do what?
Break their statues in pieces.
There's no statues here, but there where you are, there's statues.
Cut
Right,
down.
right. Ain't there statues?
Yeah, there are statues all over the place.
All over the place.
Cut down their groves for worship.
Oh. The groves for you. Do you guys even know what a grove is? Right? Y'all know all those churches, how they have those nicely manicured lawns and right? Yeah. You can't eat there. There's no food growing. A nice little grove. The garden. Uh-huh.
And burn the images of their idols with fire.
Burn the images of the idols. Right? Now, they want to say, but the Muslims got an idol in Mecca. We're not in Mecca. Not over there. It's not anything for me to deal with. Not anything for you to deal with. You're not over there. But where you are now,
yeah, it's full of them.
just all over the place. So now those of you who want war, go ahead. You can tear up all of this stuff. Go tear it up. Those of you who don't want war, you want to build, come over here. We don't have to deal with that mess.
Right. And here, as you see, there's no bloodshed in this.
Oh, there is.
But I mean, like our people, they want to fight.
There is. It's just not at this point, but there is.
Right.
Believe me when I tell you, you're not cutting down nobody's idol and they not coming out for war. So there's plenty of bloodshed, but I already told you that 90% of you going to die because you want war. So those of you who want war, you'll be doing this other part. Because guess what? You can't do two things. I can't come in and garden and take care of farms, right? If I bought farms and I'm farming, I can't farm and then go out and make a problem of conflict of burning down and making war.
No, you can't do that.
Right?
No.
Hold on, I'm getting warm. Let me loosen up. Let me get loose. So you can't farm and war. It's conflict of interest. Farming requires you to be in a place of peace. Tearing down idols and burning stuff to the ground and doing all this other stuff, that's the thing of war. So when you look at the children of Israel, after they wandered around for 40 years, then they went, as they took back land, warring and burning stuff to the ground. After it was burnt to the ground, they had to go back and rebuild.
Yes.
So you can't do both at the same time. If you come here, we building, we farming. We're not doing this tear down the altar stuff. That's for you where you are. That's what's coming. You want to tear it down, burn it down. You're going to have every reason to. They poison the water. They trying to give us vaccines again. They poisoning us. We sick of this. Oh, all this corruption. You're going to be especially mad when you find out that them killing 80% of the population and killing off all of their people is their version of the rapture.
Boy, we haven't heard stuff.
No, you guys like raptured up, right? This is how you go to heaven. I told you. Everybody going to heaven is what? Dead. Now, they killing you, poisoning your water supply. You get to go to heaven.
Inheriting the lies of the fathers. That was about us, not them inheriting the lies of the fathers.
Right. So what happens is you read this and then you don't have any understanding because you don't have any culture. You don't have any tradition. You don't know that you can't do this part and this part together. I can't go to war and be farming. But if you read with us, the lands that was conquered, Reuben and Gad went and said, listen, let us take these lands, they're good for cattle. And they said, okay, you can take these lands, let the young children be there, the women be there. But the strong men for war, they have to continue on with their brethren. So those lands have to be peaceful because they were farming. Peace, farming.
Yes.
Oh, that's deep. I didn't see that. I know you didn't see it. Peace, farming. So we're here, we're farming. There's going to be peace here.
Yes.
However, where you are, because you're scattered, there's not any peace. Everywhere you go, you're going to be faced with the same issues, right? You're going to be dealing with the same idolatrous women, and you're going to keep on with the same problems. And it'll keep boiling down to the same thing repeatedly, over and over again, till the Most High be done killing you over the next 40 years. Oh yeah, because this Exodus, this different. This the part that's different about it. Instead of it being we all together and we all go into the land together, right? And we sort out our issues together. Now you're going to be punished in the eyes of the nation. Those who are obedient will hear what I'm teaching, will give their money to the work and come out and work together. And we will take the land while the rest of you deal with your issues and receive the plague and the punishments in the eyes of the nations. And those nations will be plagued and punished with you. They will consider you the accursed thing until they even bring you back by force.
Somebody's like, what you mean bring back by force?
Oh no, they're going to bring you back by force. They're going to round you up and ship you back. When? I don't know, maybe sometime before the end of the 40 years, they're going to figure it out. Because let me tell you something, all right? So when the rivers first turned to blood and got poisoned, right? The stupid magicians of Pharaoh wanted to show Pharaoh that they could do that trick too.
I forgot about that part.
No, they don't listen. They don't listen. See, if you don't think, you lack reasoning. So if you don't think, then you don't really comprehend what's going on. You lack the comprehension and those skills. Because if I was a wise person and you poisoned the main water supply to the country, right? At that time, it was the Nile. This time, it's the Mississippi going down to the Persian Gulf and a few other major water systems. If you poison the water system, I would have said, get the magicians, the scientists, and fix it. Turn it back. Overcome their power with your power, with superior intellect and superior knowledge. Fix it. I don't want to damage my country. No, the stupid magicians went out there and ruined more water. So now that the fishes is dying, right? Do you know what the next plague is after the water is poisoned? Don't worry.
You'll see.
You'll see. We'll wait. I ain't gonna tell you. I'll wait till you see it to be like, ta-da! And then you'll know that the Most High is speaking. Because, I'm quite sure the rest of the little Christian pastors is out there praying for the water to be better and pouring olive oil in it. Now, what's the next verse say?
For you shall be a holy people before Yah your Allah.
Okay, so you will be. This is a process. The word shall means to go through a process to become clean, then purified to be holy. Whole process, it takes each individual 14 years, even from birth, which is why at the age of 13, being born in a lawful society, that this child becomes accountable to their words, they become accountable to being treated as an adult. They can be betrothed. It doesn't mean they get married at 13, but they can be betrothed. They can covenant themselves. See? 14 years to get there. All right? Continue.
As Yah your Allah hath taken pleasure in you.
Okay. So as the Most High takes pleasure in you, right? What is he taking pleasure in? You continuing in the process. You're taking the steps each and every day to perfect yourself. Everybody wants to sit down and think that they're perfect and everybody else is wrong. No, everybody is wrong and you wrong. But if you begin to correct yourself, then you begin the process to purify yourself. And then continuing in listening to the instructions, the Most High will purge out from among you the wicked. But if you don't start the purification process and the cleansing process, the Most High will purge you. Continue.
That you may be a people more beloved before him than all the peoples who are on the face of the earth.
So you have to go through the process to be a people, a nation, more beloved than all peoples before him, than all the peoples on the face of the earth. So if you don't start listening to my instructions now, you can forget it. Ain't no hope for you. There's no hope for you. The Most High will raise up another one. I don't care who else come up or who else you want to listen to, right? Because the next one that comes, he going to listen to me too. He'll come from me too. He's going to be lower on a totem pole. But he's going to listen to me too, because it's one book, it's one law, it's one judgment. It don't change. We'll be back after this. All right. We are back. So if you want to be more beloved than all people, than all the people of the nations of the world, you want to be that chosen nation, to really be Bani Israel that you were promised to be, you have to come, follow the instructions to go through the process. Don't worry about the people who choose to fight and destroy and whatever. That's not none of your business. Okay? Let them do. It's prophesied that they do it. Let them do that. But if you know you're not part of the fighting force, this not your calling, then you need to invest over here and move over here and get out the way. Right? So we're looking for the Noahs. Right? They're going to get on the ark of the airplane and come over and join in the covenant.
Yes.
We're looking for the Daniels. Right? To get on the ark of the airplane to escape out the fire. Not to go through it, because you might not make it. The ones who go through it and make it, that was their only choice. I'm going to say this again. The ones to go through and make it, it is because it was their only choice. Okay? Like Job. Job, this was his only choice. Now you'll say, Daniel, but Daniel, no, not according to your books, Daniel. Your books, Daniel, is retarded. What? You're retarded. It's retarded. First of all, your book of Daniel, it borrows and steals from Abraham. That was Abraham in the fiery furnace. Daniel was put in the lion's den and he got out. But you don't know about Daniel because you need Esther's book 1 and 2, which have Daniel's story.
Right.
Daniel was killed. Daniel was killed in Babylon, in Iraq.
Yeah, Daniel never wrote a book. Correct?
No, he didn't write a book. He was killed in Babylon. Ooh, newsflash. Daniel died? Yes. So they took the book of Daniel, and it's a false book. They implanted into the Old Testament to keep and try to make some connection to the New Testament to deceive you. Daniel was with Mordecai and Esther, Zerubbabel and Ezra when they came out. Right before the ousting of the Romans during the Maccabee period. So you went from Babylon straight through, transferring captivities, transferring hands, all the way through to Alexander the Great. And from Alexander the Great, it transferred into Rome because he was a Roman citizen. So Rome said, this guy is one of ours, so this now belongs to Rome. Because he owes Rome as a citizen. So they took over from Alexander the Great and the Maccabees, and that's how you get the whole Roman, the whole Roman, when they pushed everybody out of Jerusalem about 1,000 years ago.
So let me ask you, the writings of Maccabees, that was during the time of 70 AD? What we know is 70 AD?
No, it's before.
Okay.
It's before. So the writing of Maccabees is right before. Once Alexander the Great dies and the land is again divided again, it was turned over to Rome. Rome came in with the conquistadors, not the conquistadors, the Templars, and threw everybody out. Well, just us. The Arabs and the Ishmaelites and everybody else, they remained. But us that had the southern kingdom of Judah and Jerusalem were put out.
Wow.
Okay? And that's on the Arc of Triumph in Italy.
Mm.
The Vatican. They did it. Number 7.
Not because you were more excellent than all other peoples, hath Yah had pleasure in you and chosen you.
So it ain't because you so great that the Most High chose us as a people. So it's not because you's the most talented. It's not because you the most gifted. It's not because you the smartest and most ingenious. So we can stop all those lies. It's not because you're the most excellent. Because actually being good at things, anybody can be good at it. It is a skill in the craft to those who desire to achieve that. Anybody can do it. Oh, black people better in basketball. Now you got Luka Doncic, and he's good at basketball. You got Jason Williams, and he's good at basketball. It's the same thing. They're just skills, so it's not because you're better. Now, why is it?
But because you were poor in spirit.
Because you were poor in spirit. Poor. Everybody have strong spirit, strong pride. They're strong nations. They stick together. They strong. Not us. We need an instruction to tell us to do that. Poor in spirit.
And more humble
More humble
than all the nations.
than all the nations. Do you know the word to humble means that you were humiliated? You were the lowest, looked down upon. Okay? That's what it is. You're the most looked down upon of all the nations, the most poor in spirit. That's what it says in your book too? That's messed up. What else does it say?
Therefore, because Yah had mercy on you.
Whoa! Whoa! So because we out here slaves scattered and we can't get right, Yah, our Allah, had mercy on us, right? We had the instructions, but we never followed it through. We never followed it. Now we are getting ourselves together because we know all the evil. So because we went and we did the 400 years of captivity, right?
Yes, sir.
Now we can see where the Most High is now having mercy upon us. There is a way for us to get out.
And would keep the covenant.
And would keep the covenant. Because if he decided to divorce you, that's it, ain't no coming back. So we have no bill of divorcement. So anybody teaching that craziness that the Most High divorced the children of Israel, you stupid. You extra dumb. Because the law says that we will go through all of these punishments anyway. It says after all of these curses first, and then the blessings have come upon you, then you will know that I am Yah, your Allah. So we got all the curses. I got all the smoke. I don't need no more smoke. So now that he wants to keep the covenant with us, which I'm reading to you, so that you can give your money and break the stony heart and then come on out and write these words because these teachings that are being taught of the law are recorded so you can listen to them day and night to write them upon your heart so that we can be a people before the Most High in the land.
And would keep the covenant he had sworn with your fathers.
That he swore in the land and keep the covenant that he swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
He led you out free with a mighty hand.
So now he is leading you out free with a mighty hand.
Yes.
Yes, you see, everything's coming to a grand climactic ending. This is not going to stop. Now, here's your opportunity to come out.
And redeemed you from the house of the affliction of slaves.
And redeemed you from the house of the affliction of slaves. So, in the law of redemption, which we taught, we buy back the land and reestablish our brethren on it. How do you buy back the land? Everybody give.
Not a one-man show.
Right.
From the hand of Pharaoh, king of Mitzrayim.
From the hand of Pharaoh, king of the West. You read it.
Now, therefore, that Yah your Allah is a judge.
Know this. Accept this and know this from here on out. Know therefore that Yah, your Allah, is a judge. So we are now in judgment.
Yes.
There is a case being considered.
Wow.
And you're being judged on your actions, your thoughts, your words, your deeds. You are being judged.
Strong and faithful.
So you know the Most High is strong and you know he's faithful. Meaning if he said it, he ain't going back on it. It don't change.
Keeping covenant and mercy with them who love him and keep his commandments unto 1,000 generations.
So understand, he keeps his covenants and mercy. So wherever there is judgment or punishment, then there is also mercy. All right? Now, mercy is not extended to the repeat offender. Mercy is extended to the ignorant. So now here we are, X amount of generations from the time of the original sin that got us put out. And now that we don't know, we are looking at the law, examining its tenets, its precepts, its mandates, judging ourselves to be wrong, correcting ourselves, and realigning ourselves, taking each basic step as we can, starting with us and where we put our money and the work that we do. You see that? If you start here, then you receive mercy, because now the Most High is not looking at everything you're doing wrong. He's looking at what you're doing right and then gives you the next step until you become the perfected version of Bani Israel keeping the law. Right?
Yes.
What's the next verse?
Did she finish?
Yes. Verse 9.
Yeah, she read for 1,000 generations. Okay. And he says he keeps it for 1,000 generations. So not just me, not just my son, not just my grandson, my 1,000th generation grandson. And if my children are giving birth every, I don't know, let's say 30 years, that's 30,000 years. I need some of that in my life. I'm sick of this. Go ahead.
And who repayeth to them and who hate him the reward of their good works in this world, to destroy them for their evil works in the world to come.
No, you know what? I do a lot of talking. What does that say?
And who repayeth to them who hate him the reward of their good works in this world, to destroy them for their evil works in the world to come.
So he repays you who hate him for your good works. So you hate the Most High. And if you do something good, he'll let you have good things in this world.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to say. Wait a minute. Your reward is
Here.
here.
And then he still destroys you in the next one. You don't get to have nothing in the next one. You get blotted out. So here we are at the day of judgment. And if you have gotten rich, the Most High has given you everything that you have worked for that wasn't against his law. So you have that. But I'm about to kill you because you're not going to be able to leave it. I'm going to kill you. You're not going to take part in the transition. So when the children of Israel have finished rebuilding and finished regathering and begin to get the fullness of the land, you won't be a part of it.
So, Robert Shake, when it says in the world to come, what exactly does that mean?
That's the next world. So this world right now that you're seeing coming down, this phase, a period of history, we're getting ready to transition into the next phase. So after its destruction, it's crumbling, it's coming down, you won't take part in the next time period. You won't make it past this. Right? And there's more. Wait, there's more.
Neither delayeth he to reward his enemies, but while they are alive in this world, he payeth them their recompense.
So while you are alive in this world, he will also punish you for your crimes. Recompense. So you think, I got all this and I'm good and I'm better than you. And then all of a sudden, calamity strikes and the Most High drags you through the mud, strips you of everything before he kill you. Children of Israel, this is children of Israel, I'm talking to you. So if you ever wonder why wealth is never passed on to the next generation, that's why. Oh, Prince, he's a super talented dude. Okay, the Most High reward him for being super talented. Oh, Prince, he don't keep the law. Oh, Prince, he died. Oh, Prince, he's gone. Oh, his wealth is everywhere. Everybody took it all back. Oh, Michael Jackson, he's a super talent. One of the greatest artists of all times. Oh, Michael Jackson, they drug him through the mud. Oh, Michael Jackson, they took all of his wealth. Oh, his estate is in shambles. Repeatedly. But no. You guys don't see the punishment of the Most High. Oh, I know why, because you never heard this law. It's not in your books. Yet I see everything that is in this book happening to us in real time. You can be a phenomenal super talent, Whitney Houston, and you receive that reward and fullness in this life, and you still receive the recompense for your sins. The Most High tear you down, drag you through the mud, strip away your wealth. And they continue to do this repeatedly. Athletes, all celebrities, all of them. Why? It's the curse. This is the curse. This is what it is. Go ahead, read the next line.
Observe, therefore, the mandates.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me how no matter what the Most High talks about what crimes and what punishments and what the processes are, he is so consistent in repeating himself over and over. We have read the law umpteen times from Exodus till now. It goes back to a certain point and repeats itself again with greater refinement. So there's no religion. These are mandates, government documents from a God that is real for a nation that is poor in spirit, unable to create their own. That's why he has had mercy upon us and girded us up and protected us and shielded us with the covenant, because we're his portion to remain at the end. We're at the end now. We're transitioning now. This is the transition point, right? Listen, if this were the days of Noah, we're at the point where the fountains of the deep break.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're at that point. So this new moon coming in is when the fountains of the deep break. So you get the earthquakes like we had just a few days ago. It's the same point, right? And now we're waiting for the Most High to start raining on the sky because the water table of the land is slowly rising up. The temperature's getting higher, the water's getting higher, but nobody really notices yet. It's moving kind of slow. So we are at the point now where in a month and a half, Noah will get on the ark because the rains would start coming down. This is where we are. It's the transition between this world and the next world. The transition between where Noah and the giants and they run the earth, and now Noah and his sons are about to get their turn. Now we're at this point where we're transitioning from Saudi and the Romans, right? Because Saudi and Rome became one people. Saudi and Kittim, they're the same nation. And they ran the earth for all this time. Now the Most High is getting ready to destroy it all again with their own dumb ideas. They think it's good. However, it's not going to benefit them. And I'm so small, right? I'm like one molecule that they don't hear me. So we're going to continue after this. Okay, so observe, we're back. And it says, observe, therefore, the mandates. These are the mandates. What else?
The statutes
The statutes
and judgments
and the judgments
which I command you to perform them.
So there's the mandates, statutes, and the judgments, and there is the performance of them. What? Yeah, you guys know concerts. We're about to put on the world's greatest concert. We're going to perform the statutes, the mandates, and the judgments exactly where he wants them performed.
That's the key.
And how he wants them performed.
Yes.
So the what, the where, the how is also prevalent. And you get to know why, so you don't get smoked. Ain't that good motivation?
Very good.
So you don't get smoked. Okay. Hold on, wait, you read it.
If you receive these judgments.
So if you, so it's contingent upon you receiving it. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else but your decision to receive it. This is the important part. So I told you, it's you got to change.
Yes.
The world don't have to change.
You have to change.
You do. Because you with people who say it's impossible to keep the laws. We waiting for the Hamashiach. And it has nothing to do with this. It has everything to do with whether or not you will. So now that you have the opportunity, right? Will you? Because the only thing that the Hamashiach has to do is present you with the opportunity through an understanding and to apply the performance. So now you have that. Continue.
And observe and perform them.
Oh, like I just said. Read that from the beginning again.
If you receive these judgments and observe and perform them.
So receiving it, observing it on a daily basis, doing what it says, listening to it, reciting, working, giving, whatever it says to perform the work, right? Then what?
Then will Yah your Allah keep with you the covenant and the loving kindness which he sware to your fathers.
So in other words, if you don't make the decision to join us here, you will not receive the covenant with the loving kindness and the blessings that you all
Want so bad.
want so bad. Now, I'm not talking to you nations. You're not included in this conversation. This is to my people. Okay? I'm not talking to white and purple and green and yellow and orange people. I'm not talking to black people. I'm talking to Bani Israel, the Hebrew Israelites, right? Because the Hebrew Ishmaeli, they keep their stuff from their prophet.
Yeah.
They made us look dirt bad.
Yes, they did.
They had a few prophets, and you say, what? Listen, Prophet Jethro was Ishmaeli. He taught Moses.
Yeah.
Then they get Prophet Muhammad, and they hands down keep the instruction
That's given to them.
that's given to them. Now, the instruction given to you are around here looking, yeah, so where's everybody at? Ain't no everybody, it's you.
Ain't keeping it, and still ain't keeping it.
So if you want this, which you swore to your fathers, right, then you have to receive this. You have to hear it. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to set your mind upon it. For what else?
And he will love, bless, and multiply you.
Whoa. So I can get out this curse and receive the love of the Most High. I need to see what that's like. I need to taste it. So we not blessed until we're keeping the law? Yeah, you not blessed. The same people who told you to buy the Bentley, now telling you buying the Bentley was dumb. We were supposed to get businesses. Now they're going to tell you, well, buying the business was dumb. We need to get a land possession because we don't have no food. We should have bought chickens. So the love, the blessings, and the multiplication. I like multiplying. I love children. We should have more. You live in the land. If you live in America, most people who don't live in America, it makes it feel like a crime and a punishment if somebody get pregnant.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're
And
persecuted.
this is a blessing. So it's part of the multiplication. And he will what?
Bless the children of your wombs.
Bless the children of our wombs. Oh, everybody's going to be getting pregnant around here. You're going to be married, though, but you're going to be pregnant and married and pregnant. That's all that's going to be around here. We're not accepting it another way. No baby mamas. That's your wife. End of the story. I don't care if you got 14 wives. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And they all gonna be pregnant. You're gonna have to organize your home lawfully. Beautiful thing. And what?
The fruit of your ground.
The fruit of your ground. So the whole blessing is the fruit of the womb and the fruit of the ground. No land, no blessing. You are cursed. What else?
Your corn,
Corn,
wine,
wine,
and oil.
all.
The herds of your oxen.
The herds of your ox. So you need all these things to have the blessing. So when I tell you give your money so we can buy them, I'm the scam. And what else?
The flocks of your sheep on the land which you swear.
On the land which he swore. So you have to come and buy land here to receive the blessing. Now, if you don't want to do it with me, fine. There's nobody else doing it. And you're not going to be able to come over here and figure it out. It took 7 years to go through the process to get the right relationships, the right documents, the right everything to be able to do it. You're not going to be able to do it. You don't got that kind of time. You're out of time. So if you don't do it with me, you're stuck, dying. Good luck with that. So you need all of this for the Most High to do the blessing. So if you don't obey in buying the land as a community, so if I buy it as a community, because one person doesn't get all of this, if I buy it as a community and I got Brother Corn and Brother Oil and Brother Wine and Brother Sheep and Brother Oxen and Brother Goats, look at that. All of that stuff, the Most High promised, I got to have brothers working in these areas. So all of these areas, not only are they for feeding the nation, but they serve another purpose in also supporting the economy and feeding other people to generate what? Wealth. You lose the land, you lose your wealth. Now we're going to get the land back and we're going to keep generating wealth. Because we're going to have Brother Corn and Brother Oil and Brother Wine. We're going to have a lot of brothers on all of these tasks and duties, as well as Brother Security, Brother Judge. You need all of this to have the blessing. You got to have every instruction covered, every mandate. It is an organization. It is a nation. So if you come back and you join with us, and I know I'll see some of you here soon. We got them scheduled up on the calendar. Yeah. See, I learned I ain't gonna be dumb like Africa and showcase what we doing. Why not, Because I don't need no more of America's freedom. It's free stupidity, freedom. I don't need no more of that. Just do what I'm gonna do. And I just keep talking to you like this. You don't need to see nothing. Because it's not predicated upon you seeing. You don't deserve to see the goodness of the land unless you come. So die and imagine how good it could have been if you came. Go ahead, read, sister.
More blessed will you be than all the peoples.
Woo, I want some of that. What else?
There shall not be among you barren men or women, nor thy cattle be wanting in wool or milk or offspring.
Oh, snap.
It's a repeat.
He repeated it again. So he said, I'll bless you in this, and it'll be more blessed than any nation ever in the history of all mankind. You will have more cattle, more sheep, more milk, and people. And we're going to start off with just a few. So for the strong brothers, I'm going to tell you right now, you know what I'm saying? Get on over here, get your act straight. Women is not going to be the problem.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because they're going to be wived up. You're going to be like this. Hold on. Where you from? No. Don't come over here with none of that. Take that over there. We don't do none of that over here. We got laws to keep. I don't need to break my law to be with you. Get on out of here. That's how you're going to be. You're going to be that strong and wived up. I'm not breaking no law because this, no. And you're going to have cattle and sheep, not wanting. You know what it means to be not wanting? To have so much it is abundant. Like wool, we have the best wool in the whole world. And milk. And offspring of all kinds. These children running around, playing in the street. Look at them, just love and yay, freedom. Away from the pedophiles and the molesters. It's going to be great. Hold on one second. I need this to be all right. I'm working on something else at the same time. All right.
And and back in Shemut in Exodus, it spoke about the barren men and barren women. When you come into the land. So here's a repeat.
It's a repeat. And what else?
I was going to say, I like to see that it's barren men. I read this, so I'm now reading it again, and it says barren men or woman. So it's like no matter what gender you are, what issues you have,
right?
Most High will.
Everybody having babies.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be with a man and he can't, all of that.
Right.
It's all included. I'm like,
yeah, everything's covered.
Yeah.
What else is covered?
And Yah will put away from thee all the diseases and evil plagues that he sent upon Mitzrayim, which thou hast known.
So all of your health issues will be resolved as well. Well, gee, I wonder why. Maybe because of all the fresh produce you eating. You only eating fresh. And it's all organic and all healthy. You're growing it, so you know there's no toxins and there's no poison in it. What else?
He will not put them upon you, but will send them forth upon all your enemies. Wow.
So now you can escape the problems. You can escape the vaxes and the vaccines and the illness if you come in to the community with us. However, if you want to stay out there, because it's going to continue on and on and on and on over the next 40 years. And what happens?
And thou shalt consume all the nations which Yah, your Allah, giveth up to thee.
So again, the nation has to be given to you. They have to be brought down and have such a need that they come crawling because the situation has gotten out of control over the years. Not that you have done anything to them.
You know what? That sounds just like when Joseph, all the nations came
To him.
to him to get the food.
Okay. Then what happens?
Thine eye shall not spare them, nor their idols, because they would be a stumbling block to thee.
So now when they come to you, it's saying don't in your eye look at them like to save them from the wrath and the problems that they're going through. Don't look to save them. Don't spare them. with your eye. Oh yeah, oh it's terrible what's happening in your country. We have to save these people. We have to do something for them. No, no,
Just feed them and let them go.
no. They're coming in. Well, the only thing we could do is we will allow you to come, and we will allow some people to serve
Okay.
until your country get a little bit better. Until you
Wow.
can return. And you will return in this time and this time and this time. We have laws regulating them returning back, every man to his own land, to his own country in the Jubilees. So you can come here and be a slave, paid, right? Because all workers who receive a paycheck are slaves. You don't own nothing, but you can work and go back.
So this is how.
But you have to worship our way. Everything is what we say and how we say it. Don't come in. You don't have no ideas.
So this is how they become our servants.
Servants, they come in and volunteer. We got farm work for you.
Oh, they come in and volunteer.
The volunteers.
So we're not forcing them to come in and making them
Nope.
kiss our boots.
Nope.
Oh,
What else? So, and what else does it say?
16 or 17.
Uh-huh.
17.
Neither say in thy heart, these nations are greater and stronger than I am. How shall I be able to drive them out?
So again, don't say that either. Because this is another thing on your brain.
Yeah.
Well, how are we going to buy land and run our own people in another nation? It's not possible. They strong. They this and that's not. Stop. Don't say that. Follow the instruction. It didn't ask you to think. It told you to meditate on these judgments and these instructions and do them. It didn't ask you to think. That's the problem.
Don't do like how the fathers and the mothers did when they
about
said
to
that
say
with
exactly
Joshua
what
and
they said.
Caleb.
Oh, just about to bring that up.
Don't repeat that.
Don't repeat.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my goodness. Whew.
What else?
Be not afraid of them. Remember the work of power which Yah thy Allah brought upon Pharaoh and all the Mitzrayim.
So remember what happened to Pharaoh and all of the West. Because Mitzrayim is in the West.
So you know what I'm really recognizing here? This is not based off of no unconditional love. This is a conditional love.
Oh, it's that.
Most High.
Ain't no such thing as unconditional. The Most High loved those who keep his law of Bani Israel, and he don't play about that. That's his covenant. Here's the terms, here's the conditions.
Yeah, because when he says and he will love, it's based on a condition.
Oh, yeah.
Not an unconditional.
Same thing for the women.
That's right.
Same thing for the men. There are terms and conditions for love round here.
Oh my goodness. The great miracles which thou didst see with thine eyes, the signs and wonders, the strength of the mighty hand, and the victory of the uplifted arm, when Yah your Allah led you out free. So will Yah your Allah do unto all the peoples before whom thou art afraid.
So again, you're seeing signs and wonders. You want to know why this war is coming about? We don't even have to fight, but I know you guys, most of you going to, right? You want to get your lick back. Well, go get your lick. But we don't have to fight because our enemies are fighting themselves. So we're let out free. We have an opportunity to do what we have to do without conflict. And so now the enemies get to go into conflict and they get to come into captivities because they'll see us approaching, they'll see us growing, and they'll want to join us. As a matter of fact, you don't have to worry about the Muslims. Once you keep this law from Moses with perfection that I teach you in these customs and traditions, they will join us. They are waiting. They are looking for the people of the book. And you have not become that yet because you refuse to follow a basic instruction. But oh, the wrath is out. You don't see it, right? Because there's nobody standing there with a stick. Because that ain't the instruction. The instruction is not for the Mashiach to ride on a horse flying through the wind or on a spaceship or to stand out there with a stick and argue with Joe Biden, who is senile. It's not the instruction.
Moreover, Yahweh your Allah will send the plague of biting hornets among you, until they who have remained shall perish and disappear before you.
So here's the hornets.
I was about to say, you just spoke of this the other day.
Here's the hornets. We're promised hornets.
Yeah.
I ain't got to fight. I told you, if I'm farming, I'm not fighting. But the Most High says, I'm going to send hornets down, and the hornets going to continue to clear out more space to show you where your borders are, because in truth, you don't know with 100%, because they've changed everything over the years. So now the Most High says, don't worry, I'll send the hornets among you. So we're getting the hornets. You want to see a miracle? You want to see what happens with hornets? I'm going to show you what happens with hornets. We're going to get the hornets. If you're not here, you're not going to see nothing. Won't be no videos. We'll be right back. So, like I said, Joshua and Moses didn't get hornets. That's for this generation. Us coming back, because we have to farm, we have no weapons. So the Most High is going to weaponize hornets for us. You want to see the miracle? Show up. You don't show up. You won't see it. Don't worry. Nobody's going to remember you. You will not be on the t-shirt. They're going to remember we came out with Rabbi Sheikh and the Most High protected us with hornets and he expanded our borders and we had all this land and we kept farming. What else does it say?
Therefore, be not downbroken before them.
So don't break down before them. I don't want to hear no crying. I don't want to see no weakness, no sad faces. I don't care if it's a hot day. I don't care if it's a cold night. I don't care what issues we got to deal with. We're not going to be broken down. We're going to do the work and we're going to enjoy the process.
Yes.
I don't care how it was and what you had.
Yes.
That's gone. We're not going to do that.
For the Shekinah of Yahweh your Allah is among you,
Ah, it's among us.
the great and fearful Allah.
Yeah, fearful. Be afraid of him.
Yeah.
Continue.
But Yahweh your Allah will make these nations depart from before thee by little and little.
So,
Didn't you just say this?
Yes. So you have to get here and start the work. Once you've done all that you can do, the expansion, the Most High will expand you a little bit at a time. You got to grow because as you expand, you have to consume the land. You cannot leave no room for them to come in or for anybody.
You may not destroy them at once,
Told you.
lest the beasts of the field multiply against you.
So again, if you try to consume them and take up everything all at once, you're spread too thin, and then the beasts of the field going to come and move in and fill in the gaps. So you have to start and you have to create small populations and grow and spread out slowly.
When they have come to devour their carcasses.
So you have these people, they dead, they're on the ground. This causes the wild beast to come. So now when you see people, because in America, the death toll is about to shoot up over the next 2 years. You guys going to see it. So when they shoot up and you have all these carcasses, you're going to see wild beasts on the rampage. They're going to be eating the dead bodies, and you're going to have beast attacks in America. This is another plague. But you think I'm lying. So wait. Go ahead, Reese's.
But Yahweh your Allah will give them up before you and will trouble them with great trouble until they shall be consumed.
Continue.
And he will deliver their kings into your hands, and you shall destroy their names from remembrance.
So again, destroying their names from remembrance. We're not going to remember nan one of any president or king or nobody. They're going to be as if they was non-existent. We'll remember the time of the captivity, but we're not going to remember who was in charge at the time and what. Who? They had this Pharaoh. It was Pharaoh.
Yeah.
What? That's how it's going to be. It's going to seem as if you went to Egypt twice. Pharaoh. As he's called Pharaoh now, there'll be Pharaoh then. And the whole Pharaoh thing going down. Pharaoh in Babylon. That's what it says to do. So I told you you're not going to be on a t-shirt. So if you out there with them, you're going to get blotted out too.
Under the whole heavens, not a man shall stand before you until you have destroyed them.
There you go. And what happens?
You shall burn their images with fire.
So we're going to burn their images literally. So they, the history books, they're going to be gone. There ain't going to be no remembrance. Not of a pope or nothing. Not a pope, a president, a king, nothing. What else?
Nor desire the silver and gold that may be upon them.
Nope. All that idolatrous gold and all of that, I don't care nothing about it. It's keep it. Bury them with it. What else?
Nor take them.
See? Bury them with it. I'm not taking it.
Lest through them you offend.
See? Hold on. So lest through the desire for the gold and trying to have something that you can't eat, it's not have any real intrinsic value to you, because our wealth now is in cattle and in land and in food, and what the Most High says to have is not in gold. We will have gold, but I don't need to take any idle gold. That will cause an offense. I don't need the Most High to be offended.
For they are an abomination before Yahweh your Allah.
See, I told you I don't want the Most High offended. So I don't want no abomination. So I leave it there.
You know when you was there talking about with burning the images, getting rid of the history. You see how now over there in America, in certain states, they're not allowed to talk anymore about the slavery
Right.
stuff.
They tried to abolish your history.
before
Now,
theirs get abolished.
now I'm abolish theirs. The entirety, the whole thing. They're going to remember, we went into exile, we went into Africa. Then Pharaoh came and they drove us out and they put us out into the Mitzrayim, into the house of the affliction of slaves. And there we suffered under harsh oppression. And then the plagues came and the Most High delivered us after 400 years. That's exactly how the story is going to be told.
And they're trying to do this to us
It's going to
before
happen.
it can be done to them.
I promise you I'm going to do it.
What?
I promise. I promise you I get it done. Okay? And so what else is we have to get rid of their images, right? And not take them unless we offend the Most High. And what else? You read it, sis.
Okay. Neither may you bring Their abominable idols.
So don't bring none of those books. I don't want a Dead Sea Scroll. I don't need a New Testament. No, don't bring it. Don't. Don't bring it. Don't bring a picture. Don't bring a chain. Don't bring it. I don't want to see fish. I don't want to see clouds. I don't want to see hands with eyeballs in the middle. I don't want to see prayer hands. I don't want to see none of that. Don't bring it. Okay? Don't bring it. Don't bring no image, no symbolism, no symbol of nothing. Don't bring that Jewish stuff, no stars, nothing. Don't bring it.
Don't bring their daughters because that's
Yeah, don't bring the stuff. Don't bring the daughters. Don't bring the sons. Don't bring it. Continue.
or their service vessels into your houses.
Yeah, so don't bring the communion cups. Don't bring none of the stuff from the idolatrous worship houses. Don't want it. Don't need it.
That you be not accursed as they, but you shall utterly loathe them as a loathsome reptile, and abhor them altogether, because they are accursed.
So if we don't make it here from scratch, I don't want it. Don't bring it. You used it in your camps, and whatever it was, leave it there. I don't want it. Don't bring it. I'm telling you. So now, when you're coming in, I gotta check stuff. It better be some tools, some farm supplies or something. Don't bring no religious nothing. Everything will be made here from scratch. I told y'all when I started this, ain't no religion.
That's right.
And then I told you there's a law here, and the longer I read, the more it's going to really get more stricter and more constricted. So that you come in, bring some seeds for some trees, bring some burdock seeds, good natural organic seeds from every kind of fruit, every kind of vegetable, every kind of herb that is good for the nourishment of people's bodies. Bring that. Don't bring none of your religious ceremonies. I don't want none of that. Don't worry about staffs. We got wood here. We'll get new staffs. We're doing everything from scratch. Bring yourself and an open mind. Bring your money to buy land. And that's it. Don't bring the stranger with you. Don't do it. Don't bring the stranger with you. The prophecy says that there'll be those who cleave unto them. It's at a different time. Right now, we're getting ourselves established. We don't need infiltrators. First things first. They have to come to the establishment. They're not here to come establish. That's not how that go. You don't like it? Take it up with upper management. What else?
Every commandment which I command you this day, observe ye to do, that you may live and multiply and go in.
Whoa! What? So this is to people who not in and how they are to go in. So what does it say?
every commandment
So everything I have read to you from Exodus chapter 19 all the way up to this point, every instruction that I have given you, right? When?
which I command you this day.
What? What's that? Is that today?
Yes, sir.
Man, yesterday was today too, when it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yes.
So that you get today, you must observe to do it, that you may what?
Live.
So if you don't, you're going to die. I keep telling you the same thing. Y'all think I'm lying. You going to die. Okay? That you may live. And what?
Multiply.
Oh, babies. I like making babies. Mm-hmm. And what?
And go in and inherit the land which Yah swear to your fathers.
So this is how you come in. Don't come in any other way. If you cannot accept it, stay where you are and accept your resignation of death. I'm going to Africa. You can die in Africa. That's fine. I don't care where you die. It just won't be here. I'm not here to bury. Let the animals and wild beasts feed upon your flesh. I'm not here to bury nothing. I'm here for the livers, not the dyers. Well, that's today's chapter.
You just hurt some of their feelings.
Oh. That's because they wicked. The case is against you. It's not for you.
Right.
Most High is not on your side. He's on the side of his word and his covenant, which you are in violation of right now. You ever wonder why nobody have no debunking videos on my videos? They debunk everybody. I never get debunked. Why? Because this is pure. Anybody try to debunk it, they always have to get shut down. They end up being crawling back. Oh, sorry, you know. Told you, this is the real word. This is the real instruction. You want to go in and inherit, right? This is how you get in. And we'll get to the inheritance in the next step. You want to observe it? You're going to have to come here and observe it. It starts by giving money for the buying of the land for your redemption. That's it. I'm not buying land to build the church. I'm buying land to farm. We said buy farms with olive trees. We read that yesterday in the 100th episode. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all can do what y'all want to do now. Sit there and eat that while you're over there drinking that vinyl chloride water with all the dead fish and animals and worms and all that stuff in it. I told y'all the plagues was coming. You think the Most High's playing? Well, ain't because you raised the stick. There's no instruction to raise the stick. It told me to read and teach the Lord to you at no charge, and then the Most High would begin to afflict you. I told you that from the beginning.
But it also told you to raise the standard in Babylon, and
I did that.
You did. Because ever since then, as an eyewitness, hell's been breaking loose.
Yeah, so here you go. Enjoy. No, y'all do what y'all want to do. It's all right. Don't listen to me. I told you, it's me versus the 450 million prophets of Baal now. I don't got to stand out there and be among you and, I do it the way the Most High say do it.
But that's what they want to see, the ha and the woo.
Ooh. Well, here's
Ecstatic.
here it is. I give it to you. Ooh. Oh. Foolishness. One step at a time, one day at a time.
One.
This big.